I came across this article, Can Too Much Sex Be Harmful to Your Relationship? So that got me thinking, and I'm always talking about this topic with Hung, my husband, and we've been together 13 years, and I'm trying to crack the code, and I think I finally cracked the code of what's too much sex, too little sex, why it is. I sent the article to you guys. I don't know if you guys got a chance to look at it or not, but...
No, I was too busy drinking.
We're just going to wing it.
We're just going to go with this.
Okay, so
and trust that you know what you're talking about. And we might disagree or, discuss this here.
I have a feeling we might because...
We'll give you the mansplaining version of this.
See, Ryan, you don't know Giselle in her past life. She was a code breaker. Like
okay.
She worked, in the military services as a code breaker.
She's
so
a code breaker.
Cracked the code.
So she cracked the code of sex.
Yes.
You are going to become a billionaire.
I know, little me in our little city. Yeah. I cracked the code.
Love it.
This is great.
But do you guys ever think that it's possible that too much sex could actually ruin the relationship?
What did the article say? Because you're saying too much sex. So what was the right amount? So what was the article about?
Well, it was about that sometimes too much sex could be harmful to your relationship if it's forced. So basically, a lot of couples are comparing themselves to other couples, and they think, okay, so what's the sweet spot? What's the right amount of sex you feel is in a relationship? So you would say, like, on average, like what?
So basically, we're setting a barometer. We're saying, okay, this is the pendulum of normal. This is too much. This is too little. Right?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay. So I did also find some data on that, and it does say once a week is the sweet spot. Right. It's like 1.3 times per week is the sweet spot, depending on age. So what I saw was 40 to 49 years old is like 1.3. 30 to 40 years old, it's like 1.6 times per week. So sometimes you're having sex once, sometimes you're having sex twice. So it's like 1 to 2 times a week.
So on average, 5 times a month, which doesn't sound like much, but 5 times a month.
5 times out of 30 days.
It's
6 times out of 30 days. That's what they're saying is healthy.
Right.
It gives you time to build up. It gives you time to have that chase. To me, three times a week sounds like a good number. If there's a barometer being set, you're asking me my opinion, not like scientific data or anything.
Right.
3 times per week. Let's go with that. So I don't know if there's a too much thing, unless you maybe would be a sex addict or something like that. But if I was with somebody and they wanted to have sex every day for 7 days, I don't think it would ruin my relationship.
You don't think it would ruin your relationship?
Now, I'm not saying forever do that, but if so often you do it every day for a couple of weeks, fine. Not that I need that. I don't need to have sex every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also I don't too little. Like I don't know that I'd like once a month.
Once every 6 weeks, not enough?
I don't know. My God, my hands would be chafed.
Well, I read an article where maybe, of course, who knows if it's true or not, but allegedly a man should ejaculate at least 21 times a month to have
so you don't get blue balls.
Yeah, whatever. So
is blue balls real?
Yes. I will attest to that they are real.
I've never had them grow and swell up or anything though.
No,
never.
Because you'll probably go and jack off and relieve that, or we're back into the 3 or 4 times a week to take care of that.
Yeah, there's a reason why you have a big forearm.
Yeah, that one forearm is huge, Kevin.
It's either blue balls or a big forearm, which take your pick.
I got a Popeye arm. It's not from spinach.
I'm very proud of it.
Yeah, he walks around just with his tank top on just to show it off. Yeah.
So can too much sex, like you said, hurt a relationship? Can it?
I think so.
I think if either one is under pressure to perform for their partner in that area, it's going to damage the relationship. It should be just a natural thing that occurs or whatever, but also we got to factor in jobs. If you're both working, kids, lunches, soccer, hockey, all of this stuff, all factors into all of that stuff. But if, two people aren't working.
What about the level of sex? What about quickies, right? Let's say too much is 5. Let's say 5 is the number is too much. Mm-hmm. But what if 3 of the 5 are just a little quick, morning, right before work, just to kind of charge you up or whatever?
15 15 minutes or so, both of you get off. It's wonderful, and you just
And that's it.
and you have a wonderful day. Because there is nothing that will make a man high step around and think he's got the world right by the tail than having a good orgasm with his wonderful lady.
Right.
Just the way life works. It's a system that fucking works.
But you notice in every relationship, it's always, how come the man is more ready than the woman, right?
I think that goes right into our DNA, right from whenever we were created. We are created to conquer. We are created to just take and
right.
You look at animals.
It's a procreation thing, right?
It's like the young bull with the old bull. The young bull said, "Let's go down there and fuck us one of them cows," and the old bull said, "No, let's walk down there and fuck them all." So it's a thing that's right in nature. That's the way it is. It's a conquering thing.
Yeah, because a lot of our conversations over the years, Hung and I, it's like, okay, I discovered over the years that, okay, so woman is on a cycle, a 1 month cycle of having her period, ovulation, and she's most horny during her ovulation. But men are on a 24-hour cycle.
Of ovulation is what you're saying.
You guys ovulate. You didn't know? I'm going to tell you something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah. But for you guys, it's 24 hours. So you guys wake up in the morning and then you guys are ready to go. Sexually, you're ready to go.
Morning wood.
So for us, it would be like during ovulation, we're in the mood, we're horny, but we're also in build a boat mode. We could conquer everything. So when you guys wake up in the morning, you kind of feel like that. But it's not the time of day for your partner to start talking to you about, I don't know, like bills or planning a trip or something like that. That would stress you guys out because it would be like almost like a PMS time for you guys. The best time for you guys to talk about stuff that would be around between like 4 and 6 o'clock in the evening. That's your sweet spot. And then later in the evening, you start to drop off again. So your libido replenishes itself within a 24-hour span, where a woman, it's a 30 or 28 day by the time that so that's one reason why we're not as horny as you guys. But then your partner will say, you guys would say, well, what if you just like let yourself be there? Like just relax. I'll do whatever it is that you want, and just try.
I'll do all the work.
I'll do all the work. So as we keep talking about this, I'm trying to get Hung to understand what it's like to be a woman. So for example, when your hormones take over your body, you have no control. You guys remember the first time you had a wet dream?
Never did have one.
Kevin.
I haven't had one in a while, but I miss them. I remember enjoying them.
Maybe one time in my life I did.
Usually, especially in your adolescence, when you're
a teenager.
Well, I started cranking it when I was about 5 or 6 years old. I discovered, hey, that I touched that thing down there. That feels pretty good.
Really?
But
at 5?
So a wet dream is actually surreal because it's like lucid dreaming. Like it actually really happened. So you're in the dream, you're having sex, you orgasm, and then when you wake up, I remember when as a kid, you wake up and you're like, what's all this goobly goo all in my pants? Like, my God. And then you realize, holy shit, it worked.
Yeah.
You know?
And then you're searching for that elusive dream forever.
Okay.
When it only happens once. But keep going.
Exactly. So you have no control over that. Okay.
No.
All right. So let's say your partner says, okay, tonight I want you to just sit back, relax, and when you're sleeping, I want you to have a wet dream. Like just clear your mind and just make it happen. Well, you can't, right? You can't make a wet dream happen. It becomes like mental gymnastics. You got to focus. You got to try to think of things that's going to get you going before you fall asleep. Well, that's kind of how it is for a woman. We don't have control over our hormones. So sometimes when our partner wants to have a quickie, yeah, we will, but we're not having the full experience the way that you guys are, you know? So sometimes, you can make her orgasm if you're touching her in a certain way. You can make her orgasm. And a lot of times a woman will just say, you know what, let's just do it. Don't worry about it. I don't have to orgasm and we'll just have sex. But what happens when a woman is doing that frequently to please her husband? What do you think?
Okay, let me answer that. So you started off with a code. I just figured out the code. Okay, I'm pretty good at code. Yeah, I love room escapes. I'm really good at this stuff.
I'm not. So I'm still lost. I'm still lost in the maze of all of this. She's got me so confused.
Okay, so
It's like I'm going back and learning about sex for the first time. Thank you, Giselle. I thought I had it worked out, but now at 51 years old, almost, I'm totally fucked.
he forgot the combination lock to his old high school locker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so the code, it's 6969. No. Okay, so the code is this. You want that quickie. You want that maybe increased interest in sex. So if you, like you were saying, a guy is more readily available. A girl, she needs time. She needs a warm-up period. So this is what my general practice is. Keep her in that fucking, that red zone. You know, like in the car, you keep it revved in that rev zone throughout the day. Okay? Which means you're getting shit done, right? The little love taps, the little kisses on the neck, the little hugs, the nice little things that you do, the 5 love languages. You're completing her at all moments. So when that time comes, she's more interested. It's not like you were just fucking yelling at me. You were just not doing this and you were complaining about that. And, now you just want to go have sex. No, guess what? We've been nice. Everything has been good. I think, not that it's a code, but I think your success rate will be higher dependent on how you communicate with each other, not sexually, but pre-sexually during the day.
And that, yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes. And it's not guaranteed that it's going to happen that day, but you keep that going. And then when she is ready or on the verge of being ready, it's going to happen.
Oh, the hair gets put in the ponytail quick.
Exactly. But if you're expecting, okay, I'm going to do all these things today, tonight's guaranteed, you might be disappointed.
Yeah, but not guaranteed. But you keep that red zone, right? You keep it in there so that at any time, if, it's not always rejection, because a lot of guys feel if they approach their spouse. So if I go to Emily and I say, not say, but like if I go and I approach to want to have sex, if there's a no, like you said, no, I'm not, I can't, for whatever reason, men have a tendency for, I don't know why, feel rejection.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that ring a bell, Ryan? Do you feel rejected?
that rings.
Okay.
Rings
So
a bell.
it rings true that for some reason, guys feel rejected. Okay. Opposite maybe for a girl, but for a guy, we'll get your perspective, Giselle, on that too. But for a guy, you feel like, what? Okay, so I'm not good enough. Oh, you don't want to. Am I not attractive? What is it? And it can only be one time in like a month, But that is a psychological barrier that men have. And a lot of guys even go to psychologists about this, that my wife doesn't want to have sex with me anymore. Right? How do I get her to want to have sex with me? And it could only be 1 or 2 times that they didn't want to. And now there's a major problem in their brain. They don't want to ask them. They don't want to approach. They don't want to be the first move. They want to wait. Yeah. Now, okay, fine. They almost want to say this. Oh, okay, no, okay. Well, so when you're ready, you'll just, you come and tell me. And it becomes that transactional thing you were talking about earlier.
Right.
Right?
Right. And I think culture plays a big role in that too. You're growing up, you're watching movies, they're sexualized. And really, when you think about it, the movie is playing out man's fantasy. No woman that you're seeing in the movies is on the way they're portrayed in the movies, right?
Fatal Attraction.
So, so I think that plays a part as well. But another thing too, like hormones are very, very strong. Just like when you're pregnant. When you were pregnant, Kevin? That time, yeah. When you're
in my wet dream,
in your wet dreams, you were swimming everywhere. So same thing. Like you have morning sickness. You have no control over that. So if your partner were to say, or you were to say to your partner, well, just don't think about it, and you won't have morning sickness. Or you start lactating, well, just don't think about it and just block that out, and you won't. So hormones are real, and they really affect a woman's libido. Is it interesting, Ryan?
I'm over here yawning. Yeah, I'm yawning while you're
You had
explaining
a rough
the
day
code.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us what you did yesterday, Ryan?
Yesterday I
Day
started
drinking.
day drinking at 3 o'clock.
I had
Yeah.
sex all day.
Yeah, the code's been broken. I fucked all day yesterday, so I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
I'm bored with this topic.
He's just in ultimate relaxation mode.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go back and continue.
And
Yeah.
actually, to Ryan's point, that's exactly when I enjoy talking about those topics you were saying about, not in the morning, but right after an orgasm.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's talk all fucking night.
Yes. Yeah. Anything. Whatever you want to talk
Let's
about.
just
let's
talk about anything.
No, but isn't it interesting how we can't figure it out, but yet we understand like animals. Just look at animals.
Oh, it's 100%.
Cats, only certain times of the year. Bears is one time a year. I was watching a documentary on, I think it was rhinoceros. He had one chance to mate with a female rhinoceros. He's trying to bang her from behind, and he missed his shot. He came before he could fully put it in, so he didn't even get. That was it.
That was it.
You just
done.
cummed on the floor.
He just came. That was it. He's got to wait a whole year now. So
Oh,
you guys feel
We got it good.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
got it good.
But I getting back to it though, like when you're rejected or whatever, right? You have a tendency to carry that into the next relationship.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
understand that. It's just
Yeah.
like, okay.
You
like,
got to really, really deal with your mind on that.
Yeah.
And when-
That's a good point, Ryan.
It is when you're like when your new lady, your new partner, or whatever, like it's whatever. Anytime, like I'm here, whatever. It's so much different. It's like,
yeah.
it's just like a trip to Mars. Yeah, wow, anytime.
Yeah.
But
And
like
it-
Giselle said, it's not a rejection because of you or the guy or their attraction level. It's because of hormones,
Yeah,
right?
It is. And
A lot of the time.
Yeah.
Maybe not all the time.
But-
I think that with some the attraction weans or must fade over time. And once
only-
again, kids, life, everything,
Yeah.
all that pressures of finances, all of that plays into this conversation we're talking today.
Yeah.
When really, all of those pressures, a lot of it can be alleviated in a relationship when two people come together in love and fuck
don't-
like rabbits.
But don't you think if they would normalize this conversation and put a more focus on education on how a woman's body
Yeah.
you guys would not take it so personal, I would think.
That and it's communication.
Right. And then also I think of like, let's say reverse the roles. Let's say you're in a relationship with a sex addict and she wants sex in the morning and at night. Every day she wants it. So at first you're going to be like, I can do that. But then something is going to happen psychologically and physically to you because you're not going to have enough time to replenish your libido. Okay. So that's why communication and understanding is key, because I have absolutely no problem sexually with my sex life with my husband. And he satisfies me in every way. It's just that it takes me a little bit longer to replenish my libido. That's all it is. It's very simple. It's not.
I can be used as a tool any day.
Yeah,
There's no problem
I
with
could be a walking dildo. I'm fine.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. I need love too. But that goes back to the revving, right? That keeps you a race car in the red. It's easier to get to the 6th gear if you're already in the red, right? Than it is going from
but does it-
neutral to 6.
But now when you look at different cultures, now I said our culture, right, has us thinking a certain way. So go into other cultures where there is no TV, no media, they're just like tribes or whatever.
Yeah.
And they have, maybe it makes more sense at that point why they have more than one wife, because in tribes, you need to multiply as much as you can to keep the tribe strong, right? To have your people existing. So, and a woman can only produce one baby a year, but a man can produce many if he has more partners. Which brings me to the Bible. That brings me to the Bible, because in the beginning, didn't they have more than one wives?
In the Old Testament,
In the Old Testament, right?
Hundreds.
Yeah, as long as you could look after them, I think there was something to do with that. Like you couldn't just, you had to be able to support them financially and all that. I think But
Genghis Khan's DNA is in every
10%
human.
of the humanity. Genghis Khan. Yeah. Well, that's what I think I'm pretty sure you can look it up. But what it was, he just said the rest of time that he wanted them to look in the face of their children and see their enemy. He did a lot of shagging. He did
Say
a
that
lot of
again.
shagging.
He wanted to look.
Huh? He wanted for the remainder of time or whatever. He wanted. You can look up the quote, but he wanted them to look in the face of their children and see their enemy, see him.
Oh,
They wanted to, yeah. So basically, 10% of the population has some, and it's Genghis Khan.
That's interesting.
Is how you pronounce his name, I believe.
Genghis Khan?
Genghis.
Oh, it's Genghis?
Yeah, it's Genghis Khan, I think. I was watching Joe Rogan and them, and he studied it all. Whoever you had on there studied it all.
Genghis King.
Yeah.
Genghis Khan.
Yeah. It's a cool name. And you know what? I think you know what started it all? His village got raided or whatever, and they took his wife.
Oh.
They took his wife or something, and he got a band of guys together that their wives got stole, and he went on a mission.
So he just started.
They would approach a city thinking that was a mountain of an actual mountain, but it would be a mountain of bones. Yeah.
I'm just thinking,
So
what
cool.
good retaliation.
He-
I'm just fucking the women.
That's it.
Only because.
Only because it's the way it's going to be now. Yeah.
You can't label me as a sex addict. I have a reason.
Yeah.
So you were talking about
Was I right,
the
Kevin?
chore
Did you
part.
Google it?
Yeah, I did. There's no direct quote link to it. It says that it has something to do with that, looking into the eyes of the enemy, but there's nothing following it. So it's basically people have made what they think it is.
The folklore.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But is there 10%? Is that the part?
I don't know. I didn't look at that.
Oh, okay, I got to look
But
it
it
up.
must be 10. You look at it. You look it up while I'm going to talk about this part.
Okay. So a lot of times a woman will have sex to have that closeness, but she's not getting that release that she would when she's really ready.
Okay.
And then for her to have an orgasm, so if say it becomes mental gymnastics. The same way that if I say to you, you just had sex, okay, but your girl wants to go again. So you're trying to get it up. You're trying to get it hard again, but you can't get it hard again. But if you do it long enough, eventually you'll get hard, and then you might get an orgasm the second time around. Okay? If that was your sexual experience all the time, would you be looking forward to sex?
No, it fucks you up.
It fucks you up. So that's what happens because, like I said, I need to calm my brain down, and we'll have a session or whatever you want to call it. And then I can have an orgasm. Yes. But sometimes it feels like that, like you're trying to get an erection right after having sex, and you keep stroking, and it's not working.
I would agree with what you just said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And that all works into the 3 times a month that you said, or 4 times a month or whatever. It's the build up. It is.
It's
all that
everything.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if it all works and everything's great and you're doing it, 4 or 5 times a week, lucky you guys.
Yeah. Like I'm sure sometimes it'll be more and sometimes it'll be less, but there's nothing wrong with your partner. The only thing they always say, if you want to know if your relationship is good, look at your sex life.
Okay.
Right? If your sex life is not going good, then you start and you're having issues, outside issues, it will impact your...
It will. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Yeah.
So, but...
Just I answer the question about Genghis Khan.
Oh.
A significant portion of the male population, roughly 0.5% of the world's men, are believed to carry the Y chromosome that can be traced back to Genghis Khan.
0.05.
0.5%.
So are you looking, you guys are both on your phone, so are you looking up the same thing?
I wasn't looking at Genghis Khan, no.
No, well, we had to answer the question, but we'll get back to the real topic. But just then you would have to do the population of the men in the world and do the 0.5%. Like the man did shag a lot.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
There was a lot of shagging going on.
Yeah. No, I was looking. I have a couple of the mailbag questions, like
Oh.
the things that people ask.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So so this is the first one. Is there such a thing as scheduling sex without killing the mood?
Nope.
So there's no way to schedule it and it's going to kill the mood?
Oh, yes, it will kill the mood.
Okay.
Okay, at 5:30 a.m. on Tuesday morning, I've scheduled in I've blocked out 35 minutes for us to fuck. Okay.
So you put on your Google Calendar.
You put it on your Google, yeah. You go, that would be
Family
a lot.
calendar.
That would be a lot like punching the clock at the mill that you've worked at for 35 fucking years and you hate going in there every day.
So would
Maybe.
you do it? So your partner, so your whoever comes up to you, hey, let's make sure every Friday night and Sundays we do it.
Well, that goes back to...
Is that different?
Well,
or no?
I think that goes back to being a man. At least you know you're going to get it twice a week. So fine, I'm fine with that.
So with the guy, you're thinking
But
it's not as bad.
Yeah, I don't think with a guy it'd be as bad. Because
I
you
like
know,
spontaneous.
I like
so for me,
spontaneous.
I'd rather...
Me too,
Yeah.
1,000%.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
look, that
I would,
glance,
I
that
would rather
fucking-
have it less frequent and be spontaneous than be penciled into some
Right.
calendar.
Yeah, me too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And I had a friend, and she was in a relationship, and she knew that she wasn't putting out often enough. So her and her husband said, "Okay, we'll do Saturday nights." So they were doing that, and that's exactly what happened. It just killed the sex life. She just was not enjoying it. She wasn't looking forward to the weekend, and then the arguments would start. Well, I thought that, we schedule it. Yeah, but I'm tired. I can't anticipate how I'm going to be feeling on Saturday night, and all those.
And that's why spontaneous works.
It was a disaster.
Because once
for
again,
them.
you got
Yep.
jobs, things, responsibilities, all that. But when that spontaneous happens, I mean, it just enhances the orgasm.
Just puts a lot of pressure on when you
know.
schedule. A lot of pressure, I
Yeah,
find.
I wouldn't. No, I'd rather no scheduling ever.
So what's more pressure? Let me ask. I'm going to ask specifically Ryan this question.
Okay.
What's more pressure? Having the time on the clock ring on your cell phone. It's 7 p.m. Saturday night. She walks in, and I'll say it as blandly as I can. Okay. Are you ready to do that thing you wanted to do? 7 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah.
Or this. You're getting in the mood. You're super horny. You think that things have gone good all day. You walk over. You're kind of petting, rubbing, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You say, "Hey, we should go to the bedroom." And she goes, "No, I don't feel like it." And you get rejected. Which one do you dislike most?
Okay.
Because neither are good.
Okay.
But which one do you dislike most?
Okay. I'm gonna take a second to think. Let's run through this scenario. She comes, alarm goes off, 7 p.m. Okay, Ryan, get a hard on now. Right now, get a hard on. No, I don't think that would work good. So now, in my younger days, yeah, just have to say it and it would get hard, right? So now, the mood, whatever, rejection. Boy, rejection's tough though. But
So you're already walking into
I'm
it with a
walking
hard
it-
on. So you didn't
Yeah,
have the hard on
that's
before,
right.
but now you've actually got the hard on.
yeah,
And you're ready.
yeah, I'm ready. Lose the hard on. Wait, yeah,
Down, boy, down.
down. Whoa there, boy. And then maybe, yeah, I think I would take the rejection, even though it's tough. I'd rather be rejected because that's, it's still there. Like instantly, I could, probably get the hard on still, but the scheduled in, penciled in, bland appointment, I'd rather get a colonoscopy. Like really, like fuck, yeah, yeah,
What are you doing tonight, Ryan? Colonoscopy.
yeah. It's colonoscopy
With-
night.
With my lady. Colonoscopy night. 7 o'clock.
All part of my wet dream.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's happened so often you could drive a truck up there now. Yeah. Oh dear. So the code. What's the code again? Is there a simplifying of the code?
The code is that you really have to understand hormones
And communication.
And communication.
That's
and
the
it's
main
not
thing.
And it's not a rejection. It's
No.
just the way that
We've been using those terms as kind of labels, right?
Right.
It's just rejection, saying no, scheduling, right? All those things. But really, it's just communicating with your partner. Once you have
Right.
that openness to
like if I were a
work
guy,
on things.
in my mind it would be simple. So if I was the guy and my partner is it's hormonal, and I know. Like, you know, she has a cycle when it's the time of when she's ovulating. Let's go. No?
No, keep going.
Yeah.
No, you're
Am I on a roll there?
you're on a good roll, yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I would take it, and just know that it's not personal to me. But during the times that her hormones are low, her libido's low, then I would do what he was saying, the red zone, keep her in the red zone. Or
I love the revving in the red zone. I keep that red hot. Like it's
Yeah.
almost ready, right? It's
Yeah.
just at any point you could go over the cliff, right? It's just,
Yeah.
it's there.
yeah. And
That's
the
better.
worst thing you can do is we never have sex. How come I'm always
That won't work.
That's
No.
the worst thing you can do.
Don't do that.
It
No.
puts more pressure than anything else. But if
That
you
don't
just understand, just like if you're breeding your dog, you know you're going to breed your dog at a certain time when your dog's in heat, right?
Right.
But you're not going to try to force it. It has to happen naturally.
So you have to sweet talk it almost like this. Like you would love to hear this, Giselle, right? I'm thinking you would love to hear something like, oh my God, me and my ex-girlfriend always had sex, Giselle. What's wrong?
That's true.
That's a surefire.
I think that's instant dryness, right? That's
all
just
guys
instant
out there
dryness.
That
that
girl-
listens to this podcast, that will work.
That
Always
girl-
get in your ladies' pants that way.
That girl that I was going out with for about a month there, we had sex all the time.
Why can't you be more like so and so? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That will work, guys. Get out there and use that line.
Exactly.
So funny story for me, and it set up my whole fucking life of misunderstanding early on. When I was just a young lad, right, a little young lad experimenting in life, I had a girl.
Summer of Kevin.
I had a girl that for every day, and God rest her soul, but my God, every single day, she would enjoy. I never asked one time. She would initiate, go to, and pull and do, wanting to just give oral sex. That was every day, sometimes twice a day. I'd have to say no sometimes. No, I'm okay. Wanting to do that every moment of the day. She wanted to do that. And that was my first.
And why did you say no? It's okay.
What's that? What do you mean?
You said she wanted to do it.
I was enough. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get like a rash or something. Like it's just too much. Like sometimes it can just be too much. You know what I mean?
But would you want to brag that you have a rash?
No.
Hey, Ryan,
Well,
I got a rash. Guess how I got it?
I can
It's
tell
just
you,
too much.
I can tell
for
you the
me-
rash and the chap is real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 5 times a day, we'll make that happen.
No, it's just
Yeah,
too
yeah.
much. Like
Yeah.
I like sex, yes, but like
You sound like
way,
a woman.
way too much.
You sound like a woman right now.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's too much.
Slow down. Slow it down.
No.
Slow it down.
It hurts.
And other guys are out there looking at you and say, "What, you fucking idiot? You should have took it every time you got a chance."
So you do know what it feels like to be a
Well,
woman.
I did 99% of the time. I did, just for the record.
Yeah.
So that relationship is over now. First time relationship was that way. Next relationship? Oh, I don't do that. Oh,
What?
blow my fucking mind. Like what?
You thought all relationships, all girls,
I didn't know.
automatically you just unzip and they're going to suck it.
I had no
That's
idea.
it.
No idea. Yeah.
What a ruination, eh?